Wednesday, and the last couple of days have just been kind of insane. Had the first 2 days of classes, and I think my classes are going to be a bit more intense and involved than I first expected, but I'm trying to just adjust schedule and things like that to make up for it. My math class, it said that it would be 10 to 12 outside hours of study a week. And then I went to my biology class yesterday, and I expected there to be more because it's an honors class, but we are going to have to do formal lab write-ups, both on our own and in a group. We have to do a career profile for our current major and figure out how long it'll take us to do school, what it's going to cost, find somebody in that field and interview and job shadow them. There's 2 or 3 different projects. We've got outside field trips that are outside of outside of class. And so it sounds like Tuesdays and Thursdays I will probably be living at the school. Just stay after class and go to one of the 2 study centers, either for math or for science, and work on homework. Because I know once I get home, I want to hear about Camden's day, he's going to want my attention and things like that. And I know it's because it's a new pace, but I have been so tired when I got home the last 2 or 3 days. I don't think I'll be able to stay up like I normally do and get most of my homework done. So, and I still have to factor in government and my lifetime fitness class. So, it's going to be a juggling act for sure, but I think once I get a couple of weeks in, that will probably be okay. My hair looks like a mess. I didn't straighten it today because it's cloudy and kind of rainy, and it looks like I didn't even brush it. I promise I did. Camden has had a good first couple of days. His teacher actually emailed me last night because I had excuse me, I am so sorry. We figured out this cough is actually asthma, so I've got an inhaler. I just haven't used it yet this morning. But his teacher emailed me last night. I had emailed her Sunday night, just kind of letting her know some of his little triggers and things that upset him, or ways to help him calm down, different things like that. And she emailed me and said that she's actually been really impressed with how well he has done. The skills that he does have. He seems like he's catching on to the routine, and he sits the entire time that she's working with him on different things. And that was one of the biggest concerns that we had, was that he might not be able to sit, or would not want to sit for long periods of time, and he has done really well with that. So she also said his skills as far as writing and cutting and things like that are pretty delayed, but she said he works really hard to try and do those things, and that overall she's been impressed, and she thinks it's going to be a really good year. So that made me feel really good. I wanted to know that he was doing well and that he was having fun, and she said that he does a good job overall. He's a good kid while he's at school. So every day he tells me, I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and I loved this, and I had fun, and I saw all my friends, and then he tells me, but I'm not going back tomorrow. And I'm sure that in a few months, if he has a snow day that they have off, or a teacher in service or something like that, he's going to be like, but I want to go, I don't want to miss, I want to go see my friends. So it'll be interesting to see when that changes. But He actually, when I told him yesterday that we were going to school, he was like, again? I just went. And I told him that it was kind of like he had a job now and he got to go every day, and he said, I'm too little, I don't get to have a job. So he's been fun about it, but he has been doing well, and so I think that it's going to be a good year. But we are halfway through the first week. I don't think he's cried at all, which is great. I felt like I was going to cry a couple of times, but I haven't cried, so we're on a good path. So I guess for now I'll sign off and probably catch up a little bit more on the way to or on the way from the gym. It's been kind of a hectic week, but we're getting it all figured out, and next week my new work schedule starts, and I think it'll be good. So I already had a good morning, good afternoon. It is getting ready to rain. I actually heard thunder when I was walking out to my car, so we could really use it. I'm not going to complain, but it's kind of strange. I know that the Farmer's Almanac and all the predictions are saying that it's going to be a lot more wet and harder fall and winter than we're used to in this part of the country, but it seems like it's starting really early because we normally don't get this much rain, and we've had rain 3 or 4 times in the last week, which is really unusual, but we have needed it, like I said, so it's a good thing. Finished my day and got my first math homework assignment over. We covered 3 sections in class, got 2 sections of homework, and these are just reviews, so really they're not that bad. I do have a chapter's worth of reading to do for my biology class and a couple of online assignments for my biology class. I did my online introductions for both of my online classes and got everything for at least my government class written into my day timer, so I know when all of my due dates are. I used my Google Calendar last semester, and I don't know if I forgot to set alerts or if I snoozed the alerts not realizing that I was snoozing them or what the deal was, but I missed deadlines right and left or came really close to missing them, and I'm not doing that again. So got all of that written in, and I need to at least get the exam dates for my biology and my math classes in. The lesson plans are really kind of flexible because we don't know for sure that we're going to finish every single time if people have extra questions or things like that. So trying to get organized. My husband picked up Camden today, and he said that he had another really good day. They read some book about kissing hands, which I have absolutely no idea what that is, but I'm sure I'll find out this afternoon if he feels like telling me. What he's been doing lately is telling me, no, I'll tell you later. I don't want to tell you right now, and then he ends up going to bed without ever telling me, so we'll see. They did measure their height and weight while they were at school today. I think they do it at the beginning and at the end of the year to see kind of how they've grown through the year and how different they are and all of that. And he's still telling me every night all of the things that he liked and all of the friends that he made and all of the things that he did, and then reminds me, but I'm not going tomorrow. And I told his teacher that this morning, and she said, well, we have 177 more days, so by that time he'll probably not want to leave, and then it'll be time for summer. And you know, that probably is true. I just am really glad excuse me, really glad and really relieved that he's liking it, that he's doing well, and that he's got a good teacher. I think that that makes the biggest difference in the world, to have a good teacher and have somebody that And I think most kindergarten teachers are that way, but have somebody that they're not just there to draw their breath and a paycheck. They actually want to see their kids succeed, and they want to help them do well, whether they are ahead, behind, or right on target. And she's really good. I really like her. So, what else is going on? Let's see. Tomorrow night at the college, they are having a movie, like a family movie night outside. That's Lego movie. So I'm gonna try to take Camden, unless it's real rainy or something like that again. And it was fun. Somebody almost got hit. Not by me. He really likes Lego movie, but I'm going to ask him if he wants to go, because he kind of goes through phases with it where that's all he wants to watch, and then he doesn't want to watch it at all. So we'll see if he wants to go do that, because they provide free drinks and free snacks, and they play it on a big projection screen outside in a little mini amphitheater. So I think he would like it. He probably would not sit for the whole movie, but I mean, they have it outside, so it's not a huge deal if he's not sitting down and watching it. Let's see. My work schedule is actually going to change up a little bit next week. I'm going to have Monday off and Wednesday mornings, so I have a little bit of extra time to do some homework. That's going to really help me. I'm probably going to mainly do my online classes during those times, and do my math and my science class on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons and evenings. I'll already be at the school for my science class until 4:15, and then I can just go straight over to the tutoring center and do my homework there and log in some time, because with one of the scholarships that I got, you've got to log in outside activity hours, and part of that includes studying or being tutored or whatever. So I as well do my homework there. It gives me an excuse to do my homework there. But I think I'm kind of, I mean, it's only 3 days into the semester, I'm kind of getting a little bit of an idea of how to manage the big things. It'll be another thing to figure out time management on studying and things like that. But that's a challenge every semester, so I think given another week, I'll probably be in some kind of a pattern with how I study and when I study and all of that kind of stuff. Next week, at least one evening a week, I'll be sitting in on an A&P 1 class, so I can kind of brush up on my stuff with that, because it's been 2 years this semester since I have taken that class. So I remember the majority of it, but keeping up with exactly how they're being taught and the pace at which they're being taught and all of that kind of stuff is more where my concern is. And most of the professors kind of go on the same timeline within just a few days of each other. So I'll be sitting in on one more class a week than I already have. But it'll be to help my job. So I'm going to also talk to my boss and see if that can count as some additional training towards the job itself. I don't even know. It may not help at all, but oh, forgive me, my hair is driving me crazy today. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. What else is going on? It's almost September, which is insane. Actually, tomorrow I have a lunch meeting that I have to go to for the people that got the biology scholarship, and it's really, I helped with the meeting last year when I wasn't one of the scholarship recipients, and it's kind of just an informational meeting, but you are required to go, and they actually are giving you lunch, so I'm not gonna, you never turn down free food when you're a college student, right? So I have that from 11:30 to 1, and then I have class from 1:30 to 4:15. And I'll tell you, I can't live very well without my cell phone. It's kind of embarrassing. But I cannot get my cell phone to connect to the Wi-Fi at this college, and I don't know why. But it's kind of driving me crazy. And in the labs for the science building, you get basically no reception unless you have a really good carrier. And the carrier for my phone is T-Mobile, which there's not a ton of towers around here for, and I'm considering switching it to AT&T because I'm just on a pay-as-you-go phone, a month-by-month phone. And I don't know if the reception would be better with that. Like, if we drive to a town that my dad pastors in that's 20 minutes away, I'm roaming and have next to no signal. Like, internet-wise, I can't do anything. And at the school right now, I couldn't even get a phone call in class if I needed to. So, you know, that class starts when my son is out of school, but it's still a little unnerving to not be able to get a phone call if you need to. So, I gotta figure something out. I either need to take some of my school financial aid refund money and go to a different provider, or I need to figure out what's going on with the internet on my phone, because it'll connect to the one at the house and it connects to restaurant Wi-Fi or anything else, but for some reason it won't connect to the school, and I don't know what the situation is. It used to work and it doesn't now, so I've been trying to figure it out for a couple of days and have had no luck. So hopefully I can figure it out before next week, because it's really frustrating. And when I'm in the study center where I'm going to be working, I don't get any reception on it either, which I absolutely have to have then, because Camden will be in school while I'm working, and I'm the first one that they're supposed to call if he's sick. So I've got to figure something out. It's extremely frustrating. So I am almost to the gym, a lot of homework to do tonight, so I probably will not vlog after I work out. I still have to put up the vlog for Monday. It wasn't very long, there wasn't a whole lot going on, but with it having been his first day of school and everything, I do want to get that put up, so hopefully I can do that tonight. My parents will be at church, and it'll just be Cam and I hanging out, so may get some downtime to do that.